Yo, what up, man? What up, world? ATL, man. It's KJ, Nikki Lee Music Group, man. We live out here at 89.3 FM, KJ Show. Live here with Ursula, man. We gonna show you how we really get down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Ursula, 3-time Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. About to go do this interview with 89.3 FM. Join us.
Actually, when I first started writing music and started getting placements, though, I was offered a few record deals and I didn't take them because I enjoy being behind the scenes and being able to go in a grocery store with your hair looking a mess and everything, and you know, ain't nobody bothering you, or you're driving down the road and you got road rage and you cuss them all out, stuff like that. I like to do shit like that. You know what I mean? And if you're an A-list celebrity, you can't really do stuff like that because you're gonna be scrutinized all the time.
Especially now in social media.
Right. Yeah, so I was always aware of that. Even like when I was younger, I'm like, yeah, that's not my life. But now, you know, I'm older. I'm tired of waiting on people. Plus, you know, I got some R&B songs. You know, I ain't trying too long. Hold on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got some things that I'm proud of.
Okay. That's cool.
That's about it. Just trying to leave my mark.
Right.
So I could maybe do a couple albums, maybe do one. Who knows? I don't know. But I have to do it. So I gotta leave my mark. You know?
So to you, who's like some of the greatest songwriters ever?
Oh man, some of the greatest. It's so many.
It's
so many. Like, and I know a lot of them personally. And then you know the older ones too. Like there's so many. And that's my thing is that you don't really hear about these people because they're not famous or they didn't come out with their own album. But these are great songwriters. You know what I'm trying to say? So I mean, it's so many. It's a lot. Cristal's dope, of course. Dream's dope, but he's an artist, so we already know that. Who else? Sean Garrett. Sean Garrett's lit. Rico Love. It's a lot. Who else? Rock City, super dope. Dion. Was it Dion? I always mess her up. I don't know. I ain't gonna go there. Missy Elliott.
You know it's Dion.
Right. It's so many people that's lit, you know.
Well, as far as older,
Smokey Robinson.
I was about to say about older artists.
Oh, I love Prince. Now he's one of the greatest songwriters I think ever. And that is not up for debate at all. Like, I get into it with people a lot because they're like, Michael Jackson's the best. I'm like, listen, this man wrote his own records, he sung his own records, and he played all his instruments.
And he was an actor too. He still got movies. They say in that chamber he got like 5 or 6 movies that he made.
I love him. To me, he's the greatest. Because he's 100%er. You know?
And you know, they used to debate all the time, Michael Jackson and Prince. They always used to say, well, who's going to sell more this time? And they always had
and who's the best?
Yeah.
No, Michael Jackson is a great entertainer.
Oh, he's probably the greatest.
He's the best entertainer.
Yeah.
He's the greatest.
He's the greatest, yeah.
When we talking about as far as like songwriter and artistry, let's just keep it real. You got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah, I agree.
Stevie Wonder, love him.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. A lot of the new artists, you know, they're not gonna say it. They don't want to give a young gangster. I'm joking, I ain't no gangster. But you know, it's early in the morning.
Well, Jacquees says that he's the king of R&B. What do you think about that?
You know what? I agree with him.
Okay.
And that's not what he said. So you play too much. He said he is a king of R&B for his generation, and I agree with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Okay.
Generations are what? Up to 30 years old, typically from age 0 to 25. There is no other young male artist that's singing R&B that's in his generation right now, that's on the radio.
Well, what about like a Chris Brown or Usher?
Well, Usher and Chris Brown are over 30. They're 30,
okay.
They're 30
So you're saying
so
like under 30.
Yeah, so generations are grouped by 30 years of age. You got the Generation X, you got the Millennials, you got this and that. It's grouped by age 30. But typically, most people consider it 25 age group. You know what I mean? So there was nothing wrong with what he said because he was very particular in saying of my generation.
Right.
In my, you know what I mean?
Right.
He said, I know there's a lot of people who came before me. He said that, but everybody tends to forget that part, you know. But yeah, I think he is. And then he's gotten everybody excited about R&B again, because nobody was really popping in the R&B. Let's just keep it real. Nobody was popping in the R&B field. They've been playing nothing but rap.
Oh, it's like mixed. It's like R&B rap. It ain't really like true R&B.
Right.
R&B, yeah.
It's not. So
yeah.
He said that, and then he set it off, and now there's a millennial tour. Y'all welcome. That's what I would tell him if I was. You welcome. Millennial tour, get your money. You welcome.
Right.
You know? And I think a lot of times we don't want to give people their props, especially as people. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta be able to give people their props. And they should have embraced him and given him his props. And been like, you know what, you're right, we're glad that you got people excited about R&B again. Now it's time for us to go hard. You know?
Now, how do you like Mrs. Soulchild as far as a person?
I love him. He's cool. Like, he's super cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you asking?
No, I'm just asking because, you know, people, they might seem some way, and then you get into the studio with
He's
him,
mad cool.
different
Like the
type
first
of
time we worked together, I think it was, Warren Campball. You know Warren Campbell? So Warren Campbell was like, Ernst, I want you to do music. Like, you know, you got that edge to you or whatever. You know, like you got that edge to you or whatever. I think you guys can write some good records together. And then, you know, he's a dope writer, an artist by himself. He don't need nobody to write him no hits. He's official. But, you know, so he was kind of like, whatever. So we got in the studio, we vibed out, and then we just started vibing out. So now we got a great working relationship, and I could write something, and he'd be like, okay. He doesn't even double check with me. He's just like, okay, just when you're done, send me my parts. You know what I mean? You know? Or we'll just write them together.
It's dope.
He's lit. He's a good one of the few that's just a good. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's not. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I work with a lot of people. Because then gonna be like, oh, what you trying to say?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say. But he's genuinely a good person. You know, he's a real person. And he's not with the industry stuff.
Right.
You know, he's definitely a real person.
Okay. So does that help you when like you're writing for somebody? Like if they're real, regardless, and if they're not, or does that even matter to you?
I don't even care.
You don't even care. Okay. As long as they cut the check.
No, I just don't even care. Like I'm like a machine. I'm trained to go. Boom.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
But it's better. It's definitely better when they're cool. You know, J-Lo was real cool to work with. J-Lo. 7th Street is cool. Who else? Those are my favorite. Estelle. I like Estelle.
Estelle, yeah,
she's easy to work with. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Cause you understand her with that deep accent she got. Oh, okay. Cause she got that deep London accent, right? Yeah.
I definitely can understand her. We do. I've been writing with her for like some years now, so I finally got a song placed on her, you know. But she's super dope. We cut a couple records, but only one of them on her album.
Oh, okay.
So recently been working with on Jacquees, records for Jacquees. Who else? Raheem Devine.
Okay.
Devine.
He's killing it, Raheem Devine. It seems like he comes out with like 5
lit.
albums a year. Like he's just constantly working.
He's lit, and I didn't even make that play. Somebody was like, "Yo, the record we did," and I was like, "Cool."
Right.
All right, cool, whatever.
Right.
So, but he's super dope, so he can sing.
Okay.
I work with Jay Holiday, Mario. I'm messing up this cup.
Oh, you
Jay Holiday, Mario, Selena Johnson. I did some gospel records for Joshua Rogers.
Okay.
I did some stuff with Kim Michelle. Just a bunch of people.
So what's making you want to branch out and do your own thing besides behind the scenes? Now you want to come out as an artist?
I'm just, tired of chasing. You know, it's like it's cool to write. I love writing for people, but at the end of the day, it's like you still gotta wait on them, and then you gotta wait on their label, and then they'll change their mind, or somebody want to go a different direction, It's just nothing is guaranteed with these people.
Right.
Most of the time, though, like if I do records with people, if I cut a record with you, it's gonna go on your album. More than likely, you know. That's just I've been lucky and whatever you want to call it. But as far as I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Right.
It's the moon.
Right, it's the moon, man. Yo,
Something's going on, right?
something's definitely going on in that.
Crazy.
Yeah. But yep, I've been writing for people for so long. I'm just like, okay. Another reason why I decided to come up with my own album is because in order to be one of the great songwriters, you have to, that's part of the process. If you want to become a Missy Elliott or a Neo or what's his name, Smokey Robinson, and these are great, phenomenal songwriters, you know, that we all know, The Dream, but the only reason why we really know them is because they were on a major platform and they came out with their artistry. Everybody else, it just seems like they just kind of get left in the dust, or, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
So what's your first song that you wrote? Like, how old was you?
My first song? The first song, my first placement was Christina DeBarge. I had a record called Somebody, and I wrote it, I think maybe like 2009, 8? I don't know when I wrote it, but at the end of the day, when they wanted it, this is when J Records is popping. They wanted it for Whitney Houston, Jennifer Hudson, and Monica. Those were the people that they said they wanted it for. I remember Anne Marie, LA said that Anne Marie came in and took the CD out of his player while I was playing. She walked by the office and was like, what is this?
Right.
This is demo. She was like, it's mine. But he didn't give it to her though. He ended up giving it to Christina. Because, you know, that was Babyface's artist. I'm in trouble right now, huh? Before I got any publishing deal, I actually got my first deal with LA Reid, Sony, ATV, EMI.
Okay.
So that was my first publishing situation. It was with LA Reid and EMI, but then, you know, EMI got taken over by Sony. So, but before I got my publishing deal, I was like, nobody better than me. And I meant it.
Right.
My old manager was like, you're too much. I was like, no, I'm not, because I'm humble, but yet I know you ain't better than me.
Right.
I'm not better than you, and that's how I live my life all together as a whole. I don't feel like nobody's better than me, but I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else either. Do you go and try to say? It's balance, yeah. You gotta have confidence, you gotta have balance, you have to acknowledge greatness in other people. If you can't acknowledge greatness in others, then you can never be great yourself. You know? You have to always be able to learn, you know, and evolve.
So speaking on that, what advice would you give some of the musicians trying to come up, songwriters? What would you kind of advice would you give?
I would tell them to study song structure, Study song structure, study publishing, get familiar with publishing, you know, familiarize yourself with some type of writing association, CSAC, BMI, ASCAP, you know, do some copywriting of your material. If you can't afford copywriting, do a poor man's copyright, have it emailed to you so that it can be stamped with a date on it. I would tell them to study what's playing on the radio now, because music is always evolving, and a lot of the, you know, older artists and a lot of different artists, and some of the newer ones too, they get so stuck on one sound that they're not able to. In order to have longevity, you have to be able to evolve. Right. So I would tell the songwriters to basically listen to the radio. This is what I tell some of the producers I work with, because I'll be like, I usually know what type of tempo I want for different artists and stuff, because I've been doing it for a while. And I'll tell them, like, listen to what you're doing. Like, listen to the tempo of this. You're a producer. Like, listen to the tempo of this.
Right.
Listen to everything that's playing on the radio right now.
Right.
How can the DJ mix this with that? It's you're doing too much. Figure it out. Make the tempo match. You know? I be telling them.
Right.
I be trying to make it easy on how DJs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. when that's about it.
So where you see yourself like in 10 years from now?
In 10 years, I see myself, millions of records sold, millions of of my own,
Right.
Because I done sold records for other people. One of the albums that we did for Rihanna was like 8 million or however many. But I just want to do it for myself. And even if it sells one copy, as long as it sells one, who cares?
Right.
I'm just trying to get it out there. If I can move somebody with my music, then that's good.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Any artists that you haven't worked with that you want to work with?
yes.
Dream artists. Like
My dream artist. It's so many of them.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who do I really, really want to work with? Oh, I love Andre 3000. Oh my God.
Oh, he's dope. He's dope.
One of the girls, I actually spoke at Spelman today.
Oh, okay.
My homeboy, I told you, is president of the Grammys, and then he has some type of foundation that he was speaking on today, the Grammy over at Spelman.
Right.
So I spoke with him, and one of the young ladies was signed to Big Boy and Outkast, and she tours with him. She was on, she just did the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she said she records with him all the time. I'm like, you're so lucky. I wish I could get a song with Andre 3000. He is just like great to me. I love him. Stevie Wonder, of course. I love him. Those my old neighbors. We ain't gonna be all.